What do you hate but wish you liked? Going to bed early. I love sleep, but I have a mental block about going to bed before I absolutely have to, or just fall asleep in my chair. It's caused serious problems. Exercise. The hardest part is starting. If possible, try finding a gym/exercise partner to start going with. It will significantly increase of your chances of going, especially when you don't feel like it, as you keep each other accountable. Once you get into the habit of the routine, and you start seeing gains/tangible benefits to your health/appearance, it gets a lot easier. Positive reinforcement is a hell of a drug. Yeah, people say that. But it's not true for everyone. Here's the truth about exercise for some people. It's something you need to do, in some form, on a regular basis. It's like brushing your teeth. Do you enjoy brushing your teeth? Instead of working towards enjoying it, work towards tolerating it as part of your schedule. Look for little areas where you already are active to increase your activity also. Park further away, go the long way to the break room, etc. But also just schedule, and adhere to an allocated time of working out. Set little reminders everywhere and notes encouraging you. Find something to do while working out. Walk in front of the TV, lift weights while listening to a book, etc. Reward yourself, but remember you are just trying to desensitize yourself to the things you don't like about working out. But don't work out, if you hate it, expecting to fall in love with it or even enjoy it. That might happen, but if it doesn't, you will derail your progress. Instead, get used to doing it every day and it'll become a natural behavior. Talking to people. You sound like someone I would talk to if I liked talking to people. Now kiss. My biggest lament in life is that I waste so much of my time alone, desperate to experience what it's like to connect with another human, and then, when a conversation finally occurs, I feel almost immediately disinterested and trapped. In that moment, the only thing I can think about is how nice it would be to get back to my empty, quiet room and return to daydreaming about how wonderful it would be to talk to someone. Having personal discipline. I just love not doing anything, other than the bare minimum. I wish I could have that sort of ambition to do something new or exciting, but watching a movie or taking a nap is so much better. I certainly relate to this too much. Just that I'm into video games and series, instead of movies, but that's close enough. What makes it worse for me is the realization that the things I decide to spend my time doing aren't necessarily bad, but we as a society are taught to believe anything that isn't productive isn't worth doing, and oh boy, sleeping in is definitely not productive. Fuck that, you get a limited time of existence, and if you use those years doing what makes you happy, you win. If you want to sleep in, then binge on junk food and watch TV, that's your choice as long as it makes you happy. If it makes you happy to volunteer for charity, do that, but there is no wrong answer to how you want to spend your life. I always wondered if this is a depression. I wouldn't call it depression, more like purposelessness. If you don't feel a greater calling or purpose in your life beyond existing and doing what needs to be done to ensure that, then you're bound to fall into the habit of lying around wondering what to do and why you don't feel very strongly about anything and wondering if you're depressed. It's not a sign of depression, but of your being lost in life. Kissing. I hate the sounds it makes, the sensation of someone's wet lips on my lips, the knowledge that we are swapping spit. It literally does nothing but disgust me. I'm fine with kissing, but I hate the sound of it. It's definitely in my top 5 worst noises. Work. Because it consumes more of life than I'd prefer. I honestly don't understand how there are people making millions a year and they still work. Like I would work for a bit at that wage and then stop after I'd saved and never work another day. Edit. Jesus Christ woke up to nearly 100 replies for this comment. Me too. The amount of people who say they would keep working if they won the lottery is staggering. I enter the lottery in hopes that if I win I can retire right now in my early 30s and never have to look at another roster, serve another customer, be told what colors I'm allowed to have my hair or set another alarm ever again. I want to live the aloof yet exclusive lifestyle of some eccentric creative millionaire. Nice place but nothing too huge and ridiculous. Trendy or peaceful location for said home, nothing cookie cutter set up for the workaday masses. Focus on my hobbies, both creative and leisure full time, and just up and do something whenever I feel like it, no matter what time or day it is. Stay up late every night and sleep in every morning, and always be available for anything I'm invited to or sounds interesting. I kept myself entertained before work, and also more recently during quarantine. Never wanted to or missed work either time. Literally only do it because starvation and homelessness is my only alternative. Would quit right now if I won even just a couple million, and try to invest that smartly to hopefully have it pay my bills and feed me for my remaining years. Waking up. Morning people, how do you do it? Fuck getting up. Alarm clocks are a scam. Mornings are a lie. The night is your one true friend, it understands you and all your flaws and accepts you as you really are. The day is harsh, loud, hot and judgmental, and you'll never measure up to its standards. And none of this get up even earlier to enjoy the calm shit. That's an even bigger lie. That's just a cruel, mocking prelude to the inevitable heat, and misery and disappointment of the day. I don't want any part of it. I mean, I'm not a morning person 100%, but this helps me. 1. Obvious 1, go to bed early, find ways to make yourself fall asleep earlier, meditation, shower, etc. 2. As soon as your alarm goes off, get out of bed and stand up. As soon as you wait even 5 seconds, it becomes so much harder. You will be very unlikely to go back to bed after you make the choice to get out. 3. Have something planned to do as soon as you get out of bed, set it up beforehand so it's easier to do, i.e. set out coffee so you only have to add water. 4. Tell yourself the night before, I am going to wake up early, make the commitment, make it to someone else as well, tell your family, friends, so, whoever that you are going to do it. Most people are afraid of the commitment even though they are perfectly capable of it. That's just a couple of stuff, I hope this helps. Me. The gym? I cannot understand how people get so hooked on it, but I wish I could. The longest time I was a gym member was 4 months, went 3 times a week and hated every minute. As soon as I lost the weight, I yeeted out of there. I like the gym because I set up my iPad on the treadmill and binge watch YouTube videos while running. Can't do that outside. Get fit while doing something I already do. Coffee. Everyone just seems to love it so much, and I sometimes feel like I'm missing out. I know it's a social thing, but there are quite a few substitutes, e.g. tea, if you still need a caffeine kick. Also, you are actually saving a lot of money if you don't drink coffee compared to a lot of people. In most offices where I've worked, there are people buying 4 to 5 cups of expensive coffee every day. Being pregnant. It is not something I enjoy. Not one bit. Hopefully our next evolutionary step is growing babies on trees or some shit. When I was pregnant, people would ask me if I love it, and I would always say, it's weird. I wanted to feel that love for being pregnant like my mom did, but honestly it was weird, uncomfortable and confusing. I felt the love for my child, but the being pregnant part was just weird. Maybe I'll like it more next time, lol. I hated it all 3 times, and people would like to tell me how selfish I was for feeling that way. I didn't like feeling any of my girls move, because it was weird. Everything about pregnancy was just weird to me. Loved them unconditionally, and if they didn't move I'd freak out. But pregnancy sucks, man. The amount of women who say they didn't enjoy being pregnant is incredible. Makes me think about how we romanticize pregnancy, and it's something every woman just has to love, because it's a miracle being able to create a new life, which obviously it is. But it needs to be normalized to be able to say you don't love every step of the way. Roller coasters. Hated them as a kid and tried again as an adult, but still hated them. Sucks being the person stuck holding things at amusement parks / carnivals because everyone else loves them. I can't do high adrenaline inducing rides, and the biggest one of them is roller coasters. The adrenaline gives me the same feeling as when I have a panic attack, which makes me struggle to not have an actual panic attack in response. Never found them fun anyways, so not really a loss at least. Parties. I rarely go. When I do, I mostly feel nervous, even around good friends. About 1 in 10 times it becomes fun, but I avoid parties generally because the odds are bad for me. I have to convince myself that there's a work reason to go, so that I just suck it up and get the job done. Driving a car. I know at least 3 people in my life who have died, ACC, or been completely destroyed, like mental and physical rehab, Jared and Brett, in the past 2 years or so, due to other people's reckless driving. The person who was in the car accident had no reported injuries, but something happened with her brain and she died the next day. She was only 18, and I was her friend in high school. I know that one day I'll be next, or that I'll be an idiot and cause a wreck. I only drive if I absolutely need to. I still have no idea how people drive. I can't even go to the fabric store without sweating / panicking / working myself up to it. Whenever I get in, I think this could be the last time. I also am a new driver, and I know I'm one mistake away from fucking up an expensive car or hurting someone else with my mistake. Fuck driving. What do you hate but wish you liked? Leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you wanna see more videos like this one.